Hello everyone, welcome to the Ridhima Chopra and Aakash Kakkar show. How are you guys today?
Very good. Thank you so much for asking, Akash. And so today we're going to talk about a topic which is extremely important and close to our heart, and we have been damaged by it.
That's
So
true.
we are war veterans when it comes to that, and it's basically the timing of your idea, of
Yeah.
our idea, and see how everyone thinks that maybe their idea is bad or maybe their idea is good, but well, as you would have heard, as cliche as it can get, that no idea in the world is a bad idea.
Yeah, absolutely.
But there is one very important thing, which is the timing of the idea. Now, what is the timing of the idea? Maybe when the idea is thought of, the success depends on the user behavior
And
of
how easy probably it is to
yeah
execute the idea
the
at a
technology,
particular stage. Yeah, absolutely.
the infrastructure, the supporting infrastructure, and the technology to
Yeah.
support that particular idea.
And I think I remember when we first built Kakcho, it was a fashion styling app wherein we used to provide customized fashion advice to people from the clothes that are available in their own wardrobe. And we were on an Uber model
Yeah.
wherein we had close to 500 stylists working with us across India, and the user will send in a request for a styling query, and whoever is available will pick up the query.
Yeah, this was the first app that we made, and it was extremely difficult for us to maintain the app because it scaled very quickly. I mean, the users were ready for an idea like
And
that.
this was back in
So,
2015-16.
yeah, the users were ready for the idea, but one of the other two things, which was the technology, was not supportive of it. So, but if today someone wants to make an app wherein you put pictures of your own wardrobe and ask the stylist, that stylist can be an AI stylist, and then you will get a prompt reply whether and how to style that outfit, and you can how to wear that outfit to the event that you're going to. Ours was a daily fashion styling app wherein you get to ask people, stylists, what to wear from your own wardrobe.
And we were doing close to 8,000 queries a day.
Very difficult to
And
manage.
it was more like it was a human show, and it was very difficult to manage
And now people
500
can say, oh,
people.
it was a bad idea, but now after 10 years, we can say, no, it was not a bad idea. It was just way ahead of time.
Yeah.
So, similarly,
I think I remember you also did a lot of research on how we can automate the whole thing.
yeah, at that point of time, we used to call it, we had many words to define it. Conversational commerce
Yeah.
could come into play for monetization.
Human assisted machine learning
Human
platform.
assisted machine learning, which is still happening, like
Yeah.
systems are not completely automated.
Yes, we should have reached out to Sama at that time.
Yeah, so Sama was actually making OpenAI exactly at that
At the
point
same
in
time,
time,
yeah.
but because we were in India, we had no clue about it.
Yeah.
And so how do you? The question is, now you have an idea, we have an idea. How do we know if it's right for the particular time that I'm thinking about it? Like many times, if you do not have the principles that we are going to tell you about in this video, it can be from various trials and errors and burning of a lot of money, and ultimately depending on your gut. Or the second option is that you depend on this video and you figure it out with us, right? So let's take an example of Facebook. So when Facebook was born in 2004, before that there were many platforms which were doing almost the exact same thing, which was Friendsters or MySpace.
Yeah.
But they did not become as huge as Facebook did, because before Facebook, people were completely at that, were not ready to come out with their real names, with their real identity
Yeah.
online. Facebook came when the internet was at a better condition in the United States, and the way that Facebook basically spread itself was from college to college,
Yeah.
which the other platforms basically, they might have just gone way wide,
Too open.
too soon.
Yeah.
So many things worked in favor of Facebook versus completely against the other two platforms that we named. So technology, user readiness, the supporting infrastructure. Like if we were to talk about AI or chat gpt, the way that it is being used today versus 10 years ago, maybe the world did not have enough gpus, or the world did not have
Yeah.
enough electricity to be as layman as,
Efficient. Oh, yeah.
yeah, to be as layman as possible. So for anyone to think that their idea is bad is the worst demon that you're carrying over your
So what should
shoulders.
people do? Should they like go ahead, build something, and just kind of give it to people and take it from there,
Yeah,
or how do they
actually,
evaluate
that's a
it?
very good thing, because I think 10 years ago it was very difficult to come out with even like a minimum viable product. And here
Yeah.
we're not talking about just tech products, but let's talk about just tech products. But today you have apps like Vabi, you have Lovable, you
Yeah.
have so many apps that you, so many
Platforms.
platforms
Yeah.
that you can basically spend maximum like 1 to 2 weeks, and you can take out an MVP, give it to like 15, 20 of your friends, and see what early feedback are you getting. Like, so if that feedback is in 20% or 30% also sync with the success metrics that you think are in alignment and should push you forward to do it full time, then I think the timing of the idea is right. But so yeah, I mean, if today I would say if Elon Musk is talking about going to Mars, it's also his credibility that he's able to do things which are
Yeah.
really future sighted, right?
And it's also, I think, about staying in the game long enough to kind of bring that future and bring that future closer and making it the present. Like,
Yeah, so fashion styling, the app, that our first app idea that we started with, when we figured out it, that whole bot thing is not going to work right now, because we did not have
yeah,
the resources at that point of time. About 10 years ago, we pivoted to we pivoted to the social networks game. And the one app, our North Star basically was called Fiva, and the
yeah.
full form of Fiva is
Back in the day was
Wo-
fashion, images, videos, and audios.
so we pivoted, right? We changed our interface because we were having a lot of problems. Again, with the app, Fiva proved that the idea was not the problem, but the way that we were presenting it to the people, to the audiences, to our users was wrong. So timing is a thing that it's a gut that can signal you, but that gut only works, I feel, if you've worked long enough on various projects.
Absolutely.
But if not gut, I think then uh,
I mean,
principles
yeah.
that we spoke about, like if they use talk about the TikTok versus Vine
Yeah, I think
example.
Vine launched in 2013. It
Yeah.
was a 6 second short video platform. And yes, it did do well, but it is not, it did not become TikTok, the rage that we have available to us at this present time. And couple of reasons why Vine could not do it or become that big is probably because the internet at that time was slower, and to run videos which are, let's just say, which are considerably heavier than images, it's difficult, and data did not support that. And along with that, I think
4G was everywhere when TikTok came, even in
yeah,
India. Like,
the
forget about the developed countries.
yeah, even in India, the geo penetration happened, and everyone had access to great and fast internet. So that was one thing.
The algorithm really
Yeah.
kicked it,
So
nailed it.
yes,
TikTok's algorithm.
because at that time, and ByteDance had already created a lot of these internet products which run on algorithms
Yeah,
which
toy,
understand what you like, what you
toy.
don't like.
What's the name? Toy.
Tau Tau.
Toy. Toy.
Yeah, so I think that really helped ByteDance because Vine could not really figure out the algorithm as
The
well.
monetization was also weak on Vine.
Yeah. But yeah, so I think at that time the idea was great. Everyone saw that early sparks that something like short videos would become the rage in the coming future, but Vine could not take it and build it. O- and the reason remains simple, that the infrastructure was not ready for Vine. And
Yeah.
then 4 or 5 years later, TikTok became all the rage, and today, like I would say, 10 years later, TikTok is still continuing to be the rage
Yeah.
because everything around is now supporting a platform like short videos or on TikTok.
Yeah, so timing of the idea is what really matters. Your persistence to stay, if you see that the idea is 5 years
Yeah.
from now, but you've already jumped in. So your power and your passion to stay in that same place to pursue the idea, or you pivot you have the same idea, but you present it in a different
Yeah, it
way.
will work sooner or later, but it is all about perseverance and your ability to kind of stick for a really long time.
Yeah.
Even with SpaceX, it started in 2002 or 3, and it's 2000. It started with the vision that humans will be multiplanetary species, and it's probably 22 3 years now, and we still aren't multiplanetary species. But one fine day, we all know that Elon will take us to Mars, and it's Elon's grit that for such a long time, like close to more than 2 decades, that he has been able to stick and continue to follow that particular vision that we will become multiplanetary species. So it's all about how long can you stay in the game,
Yeah.
and how favorable you can make the current environment for yourself.
Yeah. Pestle environments, basically.
So yeah, like he's deploying satellites in the space so that the company remains
Gets,
afloat.
yeah, they have cash flows, they can keep doing
Yeah.
stuff, right?
And one fine day, yes, they will make sure that we become interplanetary. Any product based examples you have? I think you were talking about some paperboat.
Yeah. Yeah, so this is an Indian company. This is called the parent company of this. I don't remember the name. I think it's Hector or something.
It's Hector Beverages.
Hector Beverages. And, we have been seeing this since 2013. Not this, but the parent company. And what they essentially did was they basically brought on nostalgic drinks
Yeah.
from our childhood, like a mango drink or like a coconut flower drink, and they wrapped it in a very swanky a pack, a
Ready to drink bottles.
ready to drink bottle that you could just put your mouth on and you just suck it in. But they were not great. They were really sugary, and they did not quench your thirst in summers
Yeah.
like this does. So uh, I'm talking purely from a perspective of a user, because I know I was their user. They never could capture me. I saw it all over, in Delhi metros and everywhere. But I guess 2 3 years ago, they basically launched aerated drink, sparkling water in different flavors, and it's available on all quick commerce platforms. And now I feel it's a rage.
Yeah, now we buy it every now and then.
Yeah, so the idea is that they stayed afloat for a really long time. I'm sure people were buying their paper boats, the drinks, the mango juice and the coconut flour, whatever. But this really got me on board, the sparkling water drink on board, flavored, because now the time is right for them to sell this. People are finally in India getting used to idea of
Sparkling water.
sparkling water. People are earning better in the
India has gone
country.
through a rage of sparkling water.
People are earning more in the country. The GDP of the country is getting better. So obviously we have moved past your normal nostalgic drinks, and
Yeah.
we're open to trying new things, and that's where they totally nailed it. So
Yeah.
they stayed afloat. They were so passionate. They did not shut the company. I'm sure, I do not know the financials of the company. I'm just talking from a user's perspective.
Yeah.
That I am in love with this, and it's
Yeah,
not
and
an
I think
ad.
it started in 2013.
Yeah,
and
13, yes.
After more than a decade now.
13
probably,
when we started our college, right?
Yeah.
So that's when we used to see all these drinks. Never tried it. We were their user, but now we are their user.
I think we used to get it on
The-
festivals,
the-
Diwali.
Yeah, yeah.
But yeah, it was too sugary back then. But now I think it's zero sugar. It's a great
So
drink.
they're targeting the new age user, the new age customer who has money and who also
Who
takes
hates
care,
sugar.
who also takes care of their health. Basically, the new India.
Yeah.
So now they have our attention, and I think the timing is right for their company now. So this was it from us to you on the timing of your company
Idea.
and your idea, and we hope that you were able to find something meaningful.
And feel free to drop your ideas in the comment.
Yeah.
So we would love to kind of have a look at it.
Timing 1 on 10 or timing 10 on 10.
See ya.